Hello, everybody. This is going to be very quick, and I'm going to be mostly quiet. But I am opening a box and sharing it with you. These are new Phalaenopsis from Norman's. Of course, they are mostly replacements, but some caught my eye. Some for instinct, impulse, pleasure buying, endorphin boosting, or others were more sentimental. So, they always tape the orchids down to the sides, so it takes a while to gently get it wedged up without disturbing and jockeying the plants too much, because they are all taped together in a row on layers on top of each other. So here we go. And the first one is a newbie, but it caught my eye. I am into the yellow, and look at that. Beautiful. And it is so fragrant. Yes. Trust me. And as the name implies, it is called Phalaenopsis yellow chocolate antlers. Yes, I don't know about chocolate, but it is definitely fragrant and pretty, and it's a mini. Gotta love it. That's not antler, but anywho, the tag got lost again. So, next up, and next on the stage is this beauty, Jermaine Vincent Cinnamon. Now, that is a replacement, of course, and it is beautifully fragrant. Not really as the tag, but it will be once it settles in. But it is still fragrant, not just cinnamony. Okay, here we go. Bear with me, folks. This is a delicate surgical procedure. Limbs at risk of okay. Now this beauty, the patterning, the fragrance, it does look like a harlequin, but it is not a harlequin. Somewhat fragrant, and I showed you the name. And there's the Valentiae, the replacement. And it is replacing this burnt up one right there. Unfortunately, it is burnt up. I thought it would survive. It looked like it yesterday, but it doesn't look so much today. And here it is, pulling it out. Big jumbo sized. I don't know how many spikes. What, 5? I'll let you know later. There are those black marks, which looks a little bit like some cold damage, but I don't think it's been cold, but I'll have to watch that. It could be just poor quality of water. I don't know. Okay, we're pulling the next one out, and this is a replacement as well. This is the jaguar, I believe, or it's some sort of a cat. And it is another one of those new world harlequin hybrid varieties, and it is Llewellyn Wildcat. And the replacement is over on the other side with somewhat sunburned leaves, but the concern is the way that the leaves are burned, and you see for yourself. It just doesn't appear that those leaves, especially the ones on the top, are, as they get closer to the crown, those will be a goner, and then there will be nothing left. So I am fingers crossed, hoping, but it's a long shot. So there's the replacement, and so on and so forth. Next. Okay. So this is one of those that is sentimental, and I did get two. And this Raymond Burr, who was Perry Mason, and I think it was Ironside maybe, you can see he has a history with orchids and conservation and overall generosity. Looks like he, well, you can read it for yourself. But the significance of Raymond Burr was on my very first orchid list. I talked about Schomburgkia, and I had no reason even talking about it, but on that first list was Schomburgkia tibicens, and then there was a Schomburgkia Raymond Burr. And I believe that has half tibicens, but it was $95. I remember that because I thought that was very expensive, and I had hoped that it would fare better. But of course, like I'm saying, this was my very first orchid order, so I had no idea what I was doing, especially when it concerns Schomburgkias. But Raymond Burr is still remaining a fascination due to the hobby. I could possibly be in Fiji and will hopefully be able to go to his orchid farm, which was his former home, I think. But you can look it up. It's on the web. Of course, he has passed on. But for some reason, I want to say that it remains an active, probably just by appointment now, but you can still visit his garden. And I did get two of those, and it is a Phalaenopsis. And, that explains that. And then here we go with another biggin. And this is probably my Mak Chow Yu, Phalaenopsis Mak Chow Yu. If I can get it down to the camera. Yes. And these are beautiful. I mean, this is not a bucket list. It has become a bucket list. It is fragrant. It is vigorous. The thing about this is you have to maintain the integrity of the media. And in my experience, this is a division in my mind, and so you need to really get that into fresh media. And you can see there is a bud. There's a spike in the bud that was underneath the lip of the pot. So that has to be dealt with immediately, and it is going to be. But if you can find that, you get it. And the bigger the better, blooming size, it will just show you why Gigantea is such an amazing plant and parent. Okay, so here we go. Beautiful. This is none other than the very, very intoxicatingly fragrant Phalaenopsis Joy Spring Canary Joy. And look how beautiful. Put your nose in there. Okay, that is a replacement. And it is tucked under there, has been repotted. That one, in hopes. You see those leaves back there, they look like tongues. I mean, infected tongues. But, anywho, they are dark. But this is my forever collection, as I have said, and I am going to do a better job. And this one is a replacement. This is a GD, Phalaenopsis GD's World, I believe. No, that's my Ambinosa. They very fragrant. And then here we go with the GD Green World. And there's the amazing new hybridization of Harlequin